So 5 weeks ago, you haven't ever created a piece of content ever on the internet. And for people who know me, know that I've created a lot of content on the internet.
I was like an email at work type guy.
And basically, my brothers all give me a hard time. They all give me shit all the time about the content, to the point where literally I got one brother who, whenever he gets mad at me, hits me with, dude, go back on YouTube.
He's the YouTube star.
Yeah, that's literally the extent of my brother and I's relationship. But Joseph, out of nowhere, one day sends me a text message, email, whatever it was, probably email because he's an email guy, and hit me with, what do you think about this? And he had basically created a Substack, and he'd written a first article, but hadn't published it yet. And we just went back and looked, and how many subscribers did you have?
2. It was
you?
Me and my girlfriend, Lexi.
So I was subscriber number 3.
Yeah.
I think Pompliano was subscriber number 4.
4.
There was a mystery subscriber number 5, and then he went back to 4.
And then I went back to 4, so it was a slow start.
But we figured out that it was actually the 5th subscriber was Joseph on his work email, and he unsubscribed from himself. Yeah. So that tells you how great the content was on day 1. But what's the point, or like why this content?
The point is the business and money behind sports, right? So I think it's always interesting. Obviously, we've always been interested in the sports side of it for sure, right? Growing up, playing different sports, everything like that. I think that's an easy one. And then maybe as we got older, right? Like the business side becomes much more interesting, right? The deals, you start hearing about different contracts, partnerships, marketing, brand stuff, things like that, right? So I think there's a huge audience for that type of stuff. And when you look around, there's definitely people doing it, but I think most people are probably either like really good at the sports side or really good at the business side, and they don't do a good job like maybe partnering the two together, right? So that's kind of where the niche I saw was, and I started writing about it. And
pretty much the person who like made this niche famous was Darren Rovell 20 years ago. But Darren Rovell,
shout out Rovell,
has gotten a little bit older, and kind of the demographic that he served on the platforms he served have kind of aged with him. And so there's an opportunity for somebody to come in and basically be the next
young
Darren
gun.
Rovell, right? Yeah, young gun. That's
young
fine.
gun.
What up, Rovell? Let's go. So before we get into any of the stories, like I said earlier, Joseph has gone viral on the internet. Viral in like capital VIRAL.
Like viral, like 2.
Like so viral that he's looking at me like, hey man, how come you don't go viral like me?
Yeah.
So when we say he's gone viral, let's see. What, you had one tweet thread that got 11,000 likes on Twitter. You had one that got 40,000 likes on Twitter. Today you got a tweet that's got 6,000.
And today wasn't a thread.
Today wasn't a thread. So Joe has gone from non-existent on Twitter 5 weeks ago to how many? 20,000 followers now?
20K, yeah.
20K followers. Most of you listening have been trying your whole life to get 20K followers. You don't have 20K followers. Dude, Joe did it in 5 weeks.
They all came from you.
No, we'll get to that in a second too. So not only that, you got the email newsletter. He's got thousands of people already signed up on there. And the whole idea is basically, what, you're just going to keep creating content and telling these stories?
Daily. Yeah, it's
is daily like, is that a flex?
Well, you got to say it twice. Otherwise, people don't get it, you know? I mean, yours is daily, right? So you create the content daily.
But I don't tell people daily. I just say
it once?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with twice. Twice. Daily. Creating content every day. Send it out in the morning. Could be anything, right? You've seen them, obviously. For those that have subscribed, it's...
So you break down the revenue behind leagues, player contracts, great investment deals. You speculate on what certain teams or companies should do. Yep. Like pretty much anything business and sports.
Anything business and sports. Could be, stories of great investments, where I think the space is going in the future, how the NBA makes money, concussion issues in the NFL.
All right, stop bragging.
It could be anything.
Listen, the reason why I wanted you to come on here is because we're 5 weeks in. So this Sunday, we're recording on Sunday. We're going to release it in a day or two. Is the end of 5 weeks. It's like a little check-in. We're going to do these periodic. But I also just wanted to kind of give you a hard time and bust your balls. So how have you gone viral on the internet? You created a thread. Before we get into any of the sports stories, You created a thread that said, I got 12,000 followers in 4 weeks on Twitter.
Talk about a flex.
Using these 6 principles. And what were the 6 principles?
Let's go through them, right? So one was just to be clear about what your audience should expect, right? So you tell them the business and money behind sports. It's right in the bio, very clear about it. That's what you're going to get when you come to my profile. Those are the tweets you can expect, right?
All right, that's a good one.
That's one, right? 2 was engineer virality.
If you're going to go viral, you got to be able to say
you got to be able to
viral.
pronounce it. Yeah. Virality.
Virality.
Yeah.
Virality. Say it 5 times.
That could be difficult. Yeah. Engineer virality. Basically, construct tweets that have the opportunity to go viral. Try to increase your chances. Obviously, part of it is luck, right? As all you guys know. But don't be scared to ask people for retweets.
All right, let's just address the elephant in the room. So I got a lot of followers on Twitter. Joseph had no followers on Twitter. Of course, he is not an idiot. And he said to me, hey, I'm going to start tweeting. Now, your idea was, this was not my idea, this was his idea, was to every night do a thread based on what he wrote in the morning in the email. So he wrote a story in the email, and then that night he would basically break it into a thread on Twitter. Yeah, summary. Well, one of the first ones you did was in the first or second week, went viral. It got 20,000 favorites.
Second week.
It exploded. And the way that it exploded, not because it was complete luck, but there was luck involved, was I retweeted it. I think Pompliano retweeted it. Darren Rovell, who's got 2 million followers, retweeted it. A number of people in the media and in professional sports retweeted it. Like, it went viral, right? Yeah. When you wrote this thread about, hey, I got 12,000 followers in 4 weeks, pretty much 20% of the comments were, it's only because you know me and Pompliano.
Yeah,
But the point is, the content's good.
Yeah, and some people realize that, obviously, right?
My favorite is who was the guy who was taking the threads and kept driving Kevin G. We're not gonna give Kevin G's Twitter account out because I don't know if he wants that.
I don't know if he listens to this, but shout out Kevin G. You're all over it, man. I
Kevin
appreciate
G's
it.
a homie because he literally, people were talking junk to
He's
Joseph.
like the bouncer of Twitter for us.
And he was just dropping the threads in, being like, yeah, I'm sure.
He's like, oh yeah, Pomp's got 11,000 brothers. I'm like, dude, this guy's legit.